Hello, it's Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, continuing our series on backyard makeovers. Here are 4 different small backyards that I did over the years. 4 very different styles, different needs, everything from clean and modern to little kid backyard to wavy walls. So let's get to it. Let me walk you through how we did all of it. Number 1, this one, elderly couple, just wanted a little bit more entertaining space. So I came up with this design. And when I was surveying the property, I realized that if we elevated the patio just a few feet, they could actually see the ocean. So I did an initial design, then pulled out the big red hose, and then we got to work. We scraped everything, we leveled it off, and we started with the retaining wall to build the upper patio. Now, these are called CMU block, concrete masonry unit blocks. And they're one of the most fundamental and least expensive way to build a retaining wall. And so what we're doing here is raising up the entire back patio for 2 reasons. Again, so they could see the ocean, but also to create 2 different levels for entertaining. And because it was so close to the ocean, I kind of did a little curve. Notice the black waterproofing on the inside. Always important when you're doing a retaining walls that you seal the back side and install some French drains to make sure that there's no water damage long term. And then we started with the scratch coat and filling in all that. Now, all that dirt is going to get compacted in, and then we're going to put some nice road base on top of it because most of it is going to become a paver patio. Now, some of it will become planting beds because they want to have some plants. We also need to screen a couple little areas around it. But here's the pavers now going in, and we actually mixed a couple of different colors. These are really cool. I love these antique cobble pavers that we used. Really 2 beautiful colors. We also came up with a matching wall cap to put on those retaining walls and came up with a really beautiful design for the stairs. So here they're starting to put on the second coat on the walls. And again, before we show you the after, let's do one more quick before. Notice the dolphin water fountain. We were able to repurpose that. And here is the before. And here is the after. And so we have these beautiful 2-color types of pavers. The golden stucco, which matches the house stucco. Here's the dolphin water fountain. We were able to reuse it, kind of move it into that back area. And we have some planter beds around the perimeter. Eventually, they're going to fill this up with all kinds of great furniture. And then one of the cooler things whenever you're doing these remodels is don't forget to add the lighting. So we did step lights, we did up lights, but the coolest part of all of this are these programmable cafe lights. And by the way, there are links in the comment section for these lights because the client was just so thrilled with these lights because he was able to use his phone to program the color, the speed, all kinds of cool things. All right, next one, young couple, first house, backyard looked like this. Just kind of a mess, and you had a slope, and the whole thing sloped toward the house, so there were some drainage issues in the winter. Came up with kind of a curvy cottage garden type design that also had a wonderful space for entertaining, tables and chairs and all kinds of things. So first up is we have to scrape all this dirt out of there and get rid of a lot of dirt. We took about 20 yards of dirt out of this backyard, and it's always helpful when you can get that bobcat in to really scrape it down and then add the drains to it. Once we did that, we kind of laid out the patio, and also because we were doing a synthetic shade structure, we kind of made sure to lay that out so it was in a position that would do the most good. So that's what we did with the pipes, and then marked it in blue to make sure everybody was happy with it. And here is the paver patio. Again, we actually did 2 colors here as well. Antique cobble turned out great. There's the metal posts for the synthetic shade structure. And they chose the synthetic shade structure because they really wanted something that was going to last forever and not need to be repainted. And so that's how that turned out. And then here are all the plants for the cottage garden. One more time, let's kind of show you the before. Just a scraggly, weed-infested mess. And here's the after with the synthetic shade structure, the beautiful Spanish fountain. We added a lot of food for those citrus trees. And so you have all these salvias and lavenders and rosemaries and yarrows that are going to fill in and create this wonderful cottage garden. We also created this outside area with the retaining wall with some rocky, nice gravel, and that's going to have a cool fire pit in the future. Here's another view from up on the hill. There were some really big boulders we couldn't pull out of there, so we kind of did some fun succulents. And there's more information about the pavers. Again, we did brownstone mixed with gray stone, and that is garden number 2. Turned out just great. Great viewpoint. Wonderful for entertaining. All right, number 3, young couple, first house, and they have 2 small kids, and this was the backyard. It was one of the most spectacularly bad backyards I had ever seen. And it was really bad at this particular time because of the winter rains had caused the weeds to just go crazy, and it was truly ridiculous. So here was the design. I wanted an adult area and I wanted a kid area. Now, the other 2 challenges we had, in addition to these trees causing all kinds of root damage, is this is in an older part of San Diego, and this particular block is in a lower part of San Diego, and there is a major storm drain for this city, for this entire area that runs through this property. And so we could not level the property. We had to create an upper level area and a lower area to work around this giant 36-inch concrete pipe that went right through their property. All we needed was a little concrete stem wall to create this upper area. So we did this kind of cool curving concrete stem wall, and there's the concrete getting poured into the forms. We did a nice colored concrete to kind of go with the pavers. Also kind of mixed in some lights, so that turned out really kind of cool as well, having those lights in there. So now the concrete form is done, and we can get to work on setting the paver patio. So now these guys are laying the pavers, and again, it was antique cobble. Now this actually is one color. This one's called Sky Ranch, and I love Sky Ranch because it has some shades of gray and some shades of brown. Really kind of cool. Now this back patio area, which is right next to the house, also had a couple of little sloping issues, but we made sure to slope it toward the drains, and then actually added one little step area to compensate. And so now that the paver is done, it's time to do the perimeter planting area, the artificial turf area, and that turned out just great. And again, here's the before, just all kinds of nasty, nasty weeds, and here's the after. We put the artificial turf area for the kids, put in the play structure that was actually part of the design. They picked the play structure before construction started, so we made sure to kind of rough lay it out. I told them, make sure to have your kids put their little handprints in the concrete as kind of a fun memento of their when this was built and how little they were. And now it's a great yard because they also have this wonderful tree we were able to preserve. Put some cafe lights in the tree. It turned out just great. And a lot of people came over and loved that yard. Here we go. Another one of these really, really bad backyards. The previous owner had all these ficus trees, this bizarre little koi pond. I mean, all kinds of busted concrete. It was one of the more spectacularly bad backyards I'd ever come across. So again, did a design to create some nice clean lines. The client just wanted nice clean lines, a wonderful patio to have their friends over, lots of space, a little space for their dog, but mostly for their friends. So in order to maximize this backyard, once we demoed everything, including those nasty ficus roots, it was time to build these retaining walls. So we wanted to max out the flat space, so we built these series of retaining walls, one on the side. And again, these are these concrete block walls set in concrete. You always have to put those in a nice concrete footing and then pour concrete in those cells so that they are very, very nice and solid. And this particular backyard, they decided to do a concrete for the hardscape material of the yard. So this particular concrete is San Diego Buff, and that's the actual name of the color. It's a Davis color called San Diego Buff, which I always am tickled with because I'm in San Diego. This is a San Diego project we're doing here. And then I got a nice acid wash finish to really kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz. It turned out great. I was really happy with. I'm not much of an acid wash guy, but I really like this. And then we did kind of a nice neutral Santa Barbara finish on the retaining walls themselves, and those turn out beautiful. Again, nice, clean, modern lines. Again, here's the before, here's the after. Just a mess, and now we have these nice clean lines with lights and those cafe lights. I tell you, I'm putting these cafe lights in just about everything. I just love those lights. Well, that's all for now. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment on which yard of these you like the best. Oh, and a big shout out to Unique Landscaping. They did a great job on these projects. Well, that's all for now. Good luck with your landscape project. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.